Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another compelling episode of So I Heard You Could Spit. Featuring me, your host, MC Ron G, the Rock City Hero. New single out right now called I'm the Man. It's blowing up right now on Spotify. It's blowing up on, what's the other one? Pandora, Apple Music. Matter of fact, anywhere you like to listen to music, you can go check it out. Type in MC Ron G or just Google me, baby. Alright, so this is So I Heard You Could Spit. This is a show where you come on here, you can freestyle, you could spit your riddance, you can come on here and just tell us about your track. My only rule, number one rule, is keep it clean. That's all I ask. But you got the platform to come on here, spit your bars and everything, man. We're going to have a lot of fun. Today we're doing something special. We're calling it Artist Spotlight. Today we're highlighting artists, one of my favorite artists, by the way. Young man I got the pleasure of meeting at Darien Lake. We were doing Kingdom Bound, and I took the stage and I said, man, got a nice haircut. I had the same haircut, but I think I had a hat on, or maybe my haircut wasn't as fly as his, but he was ready. And I heard him rapping. I said, man, this dude's nice. And had the opportunity to go over and actually minister a few songs at his church. And yeah, we just been connected ever since, man. So, I'm going to bring him on today, man. We're going to have a good time, get to talk to him a little bit, get to dive a little deeper into his artistry. But anybody that knows any rappers, singers, poets, musicians, anybody who want to showcase their talent, let them know that right after the interview, there still will be time for people to come on a live, rap, freestyle a little bit. I'm still going to leave a little bit of time for that on the very end, but we are highlighting an artist today, so he's going to get the majority of the time for this show. So I Heard You Could Spit. So let me go ahead and call him, man. We're going to get this started. I know my voice probably sounds a little weak, man. I've had a busy week, and I keep it going, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, they turn down for what? You know what I mean? So, yeah, let's see if we get my mans up in here real quick. There you go.
Yo, what's
There
up?
you go. Yo, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to proudly introduce to some and introduce to everybody else in the world. That boy Zill is in the building.
What's good, Ron? How you doing, bro?
Chilling, man. Trying to be cool as you, Mr. Overcomer.
What you talking about? I'm trying to get like you. I've been looking
Man,
at
listen, I knew you was coming on here today, so I actually would have pulled the Hero Life shirt out the vault real quick on him.
Nice. I see
I
it.
had to pull it out, man. I knew you was coming. I knew you was coming prepared, man.
I'm gonna have to get one of them Hero Life hoodies, man. I was looking at your website. I'm gonna have to get one of them Hero Life hoodies, bro.
Man, listen. Look. As long as I get my Overcomer shirt, man. I've been working a lot, but I will be picking up my shirt this week.
Dude, I got them. I got a box over there. And it's a full
Listen,
box.
man,
I got one ready for you. What's your name on it?
perfect. Yeah, son. I'm gonna connect with you as soon as we get off. I'm picking up my shirt this week. I promise.
Yeah. Actually, when you come over, you come to record, we can make that exchange right there.
Oh, see, I wasn't even gonna tell him that yet, but I mean, since he done dropped the
I
word,
had to.
uh, new track coming soon from Zill and your boy MC Ron G, man. It's gonna
Yeah.
be fire. I mean, listen, you know what? That's a good segue into just like this whole artistry thing that I wanted to do today because see, a lot of people that might know you already, they know you for rapping, and a lot of people don't know the work that goes behind because they'll see the product, but they won't know the work that's going into it. And me personally, I follow your stories and everything, man. I'm a fan, you know what I'm saying? And so tell them about the behind the scenes work that you do when you're preparing your tracks.
Well, man, you see me right here. I'm in my studio. I'm in my basement, actually.
Yeah.
But I produce all my own tracks. I record and write my own tracks. So it really starts with just an idea. I got, sometimes I think the Lord will put a melody in my head while I'm dreaming. I wake up, put something down, or I'll just be messing around on my keyboard and come up with a melody, and then I'll pop out with a beat. Then I'm like, okay, that beat's nice. Then I'll take that, whatever I'm dealing with in my life. That's kind of the lyrics. That's kind of the direction that I go in my when I'm writing. The last project I did was the Victory project, so I was feeling on 10. So let me talk about Victory. But then there was other tracks where I'm kind of down, so I feel like, okay, let me talk about some encouraging words and stuff like that. So just build it from the bottom to the top.
That's awesome, man. And you know, a lot of people they don't I don't think they know how much work goes into the process of producing the track as well as recording it.
Yeah.
And you know, I mean, me firsthand, like I mean, somebody blessed me with beats periodically, and trust me, they needed to because if you hear any of the projects I got, I probably got one beat that I made on all of them. Like I give myself enough credit to at least make one beat out of the 50. There's always a
Oh, I
gem in
didn't.
there somewhere,
I didn't know
and I'll
you.
be
I
like,
didn't know you
okay.
had a little production in there.
Just a little bit, man. I mean, you know what? I'm gonna re-listen to the album before I tell you which tracks I did, just in case.
Um,
Like,
I'm
because
gonna
I
have to go
mean, like,
back through your discography,
you
bro.
know, man, I'm listening to your stuff and I'm like, nah, I don't think I probably could have left that one off. Like, nah, but yeah, man, and also the part about writing based off of what you're dealing with at the time and the emotions. And I don't know if a lot of people would have caught it, but you also said that if you're feeling down, you make a song that's encouraging.
Yeah.
And I think that's the difference between, you know, a lot of gospel artists as opposed to a secular artist. Because when we're down, we make songs that encourage. You know what I mean? Periodically, we'll probably start off the song talking about the moment we're in, but then we start to talk about how we're overcomers and how we're more than conquerors and stuff like that. And I feel like that there's a lot of people who make sad songs and they leave it sad. It's like, nah, this is your gift right here. Like at the end of the day, you're going through it, but the wilderness part of your life don't last forever. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And yeah, I mean honestly, that's what I've gotten from your music every time, man. I know I can't remember the exact song, but I remember the Oreo project, which was I mean, you know, victory growing on me, but that Oreo project, that was my heat. So like and I remember watching the music video. I can't remember which song it was, but I remember watching the whole video, and I'm like, man, this is dope. Like you walk into the store, and then in the end of the video, you purchase the Skittles and the tea, and you put the hood on as you walk out. I said, yo, I said, how in the world did he make a fire song, shoot a very great video, and then at the end just add so much power to just the storyline by doing this small thing? You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
just talk about some of that stuff, like how you take things that are going on and incorporate it into your to your craft.
Man, it's I find it kind of it's actually kind of easy because it's a the life that you're living, you know, what you experience because that's what I feel like what I'm writing. Like you mentioned the Oreo project. Um that song started based on how I was dealing with life as a black man, and I grew up in Churchville, Charlotte. I see some people I met along the way in Belmont. What's up? But I grew up in Churchville, Charlotte, and it's a predominantly white suburban school. And you know, but I still was in the AP classes. I was in band. I was in choir, and I was that kid that wasn't black enough. And you know, so I got hate from some of the black people. And then, you know, I was still a black guy, so I got some hate from some white people. And it was kind of tough. So I felt like I was in this middle. And thing that people call me was an Oreo, you know, when they say you're black on the outside but white on the inside.
Yeah,
And then so I kind of wrote like my story down, and that was how that song birthed out. But then I was reminded of Trayvon Martin's story and how people just see your skin. People can make a quick judgment based on how you look, and that's kind of how I kind of wanted that story to be a part of the song that I wrote, and that's why I put that part in the music video. And so it all just kind of culminated, and it just like really works. You know, God's divine intervention. He always works it out. So
amen, amen, amen. Well, yo, awesome, man. Like just the whole creation of it. I gotta shout out my boy Major Jax Loke who just tuned in, man. This brother right here, man. Like I could talk about 3 hours about how baller Loke is, man. Like you know, just quick little story about him while he's in here, man.
yeah, yeah,
That's like actually one of my best friends from school, man. And we just used to chill together. Start off drilling, man. He's like he's a people person. Like you meet Loke, you and him will hit it off instantly. Cause I don't know anybody he don't hit it off with instantly. But at the point where like I had like my original studio mic was like the USB plug-in joint.
Yup, yup.
And we plugged that mug in, and I mean, we put on a beat and we rapped. He was over there. He was rapping. Me, him, my boy Keys. It was a bunch of us just rapping, and we got finished. We listened. It was like it played like the first 3 minutes of the track, and then it was like static. And we was like, man, what happened? Come to find out, man, we blew the mic out, man. Right, but you know, and I've gotten better with this interview process as I've gotten older. So now I don't drop too much information, but I'll say this: he funded pretty much everything to get me back started. You know what I mean? Like I remember the next day he said, "Hey man, let's go check out some new mics," and you know we met at the Guitar Center. And we were walking through there, man. And as I'm asking, like, hey, so what's the cheapest? He asking them what's the best. And they telling us at the time what's the best equipment to get. And I remember, like, I'm like, all right, cool. So we looking at all this stuff. And he was like, all right, charge it all. I'm buying all of it. I'm like, yo.
Hey,
So, you know, stuff like that, man, it's like, you know, even though he doesn't rap anymore, I mean, he should. He's on the projects. He periodically pops up and spits some bars, but you know, those like to me, people like that are the ones that really want to see you go somewhere with your gift. They can identify that God is doing something with you and they invest in it because they trust you and they trust God with you. So, you know, shout out to Loke. I mean, you know, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get him to come on here after this interview with you to rap anything, but if he does, like, trust me, the dude got like straight. He like the West Coast Biggie, man. Like is Biggie for that? Like he said, all right, I'm done bragging on my man's, but yeah. So you know that's awesome, man. And I like again the way that you related your story and incorporated Trayvon Martin into it and how those are intertwined in a way because of the whole black versus white thing. But at the same time, it's like, yo, man, I'm here. Like, you know, you were in a place where it's like you can't be accepted by anybody when honestly you're just here to love everybody, you know? So to see you overcome that, and honestly, just to see you out here rocking like you rocking. I see my other one of my other best friends and sisters in the building, man. I'm glad y'all tuning in. And listen, I want to introduce all y'all to my boy Zill, man. Like he's here right now. Like, um, I probably have a couple more questions, but I definitely want to let you play some of your music so they can check it out while we got some people in here. All right, so how many tracks you want to play for us tonight?
man, it depends on how many you want. I
The catalog like that. The
huh?
catalog like that. The catalog is
I got
like
a couple
that.
tracks. I got a couple tracks, but it's you know I don't want to take up all your time. I don't want to take up all
Okay,
your
all
time.
right, cool. So let's see. Yeah, well, let's start off with two right now, and then if the people want more, we give them one more. What's up, Mo Hero? I see you in the
All
building,
right.
man. Yeah, go ahead. Play something for us. Tell us a little bit about the track, and then you can go ahead and play.
All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna talk about it a little bit. First, let me shout out my man. I don't know if he's still in there. I saw Tommy in there. He said he would be here, so I'm glad he showed up.
That's
But
what's up.
yeah, this track that I'm about to play is called Focus. It's on the Victory Project. Actually, I performed it at Sister Keisha's, this lady at our church. She just dropped her CD, and I helped produce that. And
That's
she
awesome.
released that yesterday, and she had me perform. So I did this song. And one thing that I was saying, I was on the drive to the event, and I was like, "Yo, God, I'm talking to God. I'm thinking, yo, God, why isn't my music really taking off? I'm seeing like my friends at Belmont dropping music, and they're getting 10,000, 15,000 streams. One of my friends just posted that he got 100,000 streams on his last single, and I'm like, wow, this is great.
Wow.
And I'm like, yo, God, why when I put something out, I get 100 streams on the project and it's done. And then I heard clear as day. It's like we're trying to do. It's like I got to deal with you before you start impacting others. And so he's still working on stuff in me. So the music that I feel more like the music that I'm writing is for me now until I can get to that spot where God wants me to have, and then he's gonna start moving me in a different position. So that's what this song Focus is really about. So let me play that for you.
Awesome, man. Let's do it.
You can hear that? That's loud enough, or you want me to turn it up?
Oh man, you know we turn all the way up, man.
All right.
It's a city that
That's it.
I gotta keep my vision straight on the man, on the line now. Not in my regard, in my thoughts, not a kite now. Mentally, I can't keep it G, it's been too long. Focus on the kid, and my dreams, my lifestyle. Keep the world on notice. You can't see the seed, but stay faithful, it keeps growing. Yeah, focus on me potent. The Savior, he's Jehovah. Distractions everywhere, trying to take me off the course. And yeah, I'ma keep on flowing. They thinking that they broke us. Like y'all make the wish, and it works like hocus pocus. Work it in osmosis. Must go on like a show biz. I think my current spot was going that lady. Hopeless time, man. I gotta focus. Straight on the name, on the line, though. Not in my regard, in my thoughts, not a kite, though. I can keep it G, it's been too long. Focus on the kid, and my dreams, my lifestyle. Focus up, little homie. Focus up, bro, man. Yeah, focus up, little homie. Yeah, focus up, bro. Oh yeah, I get the message with the beat like Morse, of course. I gotta keep my strength up like a horse, of course. And yeah, I'm thanking him cause he keeps on opening doors. You can't call me Luke Sky with the force, of course. Man, pause. Let me breathe for a minute. Give me a second to listen. Trying to hear what I've been missing. Putting periods for the end of the sentence. Letting him be the difference. Can I be rocking the vision? He done put me on the mission. If he started, yeah, you know he gon' finish. My vision straight on the main, on the main, though. Not in my God, in my thoughts, got a kite, though. Mentally, I can keep it G, it's been too long. Focus on the kid, and my dreams, I said he used me, but now I'm getting choosy. Like I need you over here, but right here, oh nah, I'm Gucci. You blessed me once or twice, and then man, I'm getting bougie. My head's up in the clouds, and I'm tripping, looking stupid. I gotta keep my focus up, man. Ain't no looking down, man. I stay on the road, yeah. Now don't look around, man. Yeah, I know there's something for me, God, I want it now. Like I want the muscle, but I don't wanna be working now, man. Keep my vision straight on the main, on the main, though. Not in my regard, in my thoughts, got a kite, though. Mentally, I can keep it G, it's been too long. Focus on the kid, and my dreams, my lifestyle. Alright, we're gonna fade that out. Yeah.
Yeah, so that was Focus.
Yo, man, I almost forgot how dope that track was. Yo, that joint, yo, bars on top of bars, man. Like they planking. You, yo, man, you had like a crazy scheme in there with a bunch of back to back bars. It was like, yo, it's like you, and then you said let it breathe. like that was that humble cockiness. You know what? I'm gonna let it breathe now because I just killed this. That was awesome, man. Like, listen, that's one of my favorite joints on that project, man. I like that Focus joint.
Yeah, man,
Um,
I feel that, bro. Thank you, man. I really appreciate
yeah, and something, man. I just want to say to you as a word of encouragement too, man. I
it. Yeah.
um I was listening to a message this morning, and literally, because I mean, I don't want to say well. Obviously, I mean, you know my heart now. We're talking, man. So you know, no, I don't mean it in a way that says that I'm here and you here or something like that. But literally, when I say I've been where you're at, I mean like in the spirit and feelings when it comes to music. I'm still in that same spot periodically, you know what I mean? But every now and then, God gives me reassurance that you know I'm here for a reason. And I love the word that He gave you, where He said your music's for you. Literally, I've prayed the same prayer, and He revealed to me that your music is for somebody. You know what I mean? So it's like I feel like we're driving in that same car on that same road. You know what I mean? And just a word of encouragement that I heard today, man, is preparation is always before positioning,
Mm.
and it's always a blessing that God puts us in a place where He prepares us before He gives us the thing that we're asking for. Because a lot of times, if He gives us the blessing before we have the capacity to hold it, then our blessing will end up looking like a curse.
Exactly.
Imagine blowing up but still being in school and either having to leave to go take care of this music thing and not be able to finish your education. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's so many different scenarios. People go for big jobs, and imagine imagine getting the elevation and not being having the capacity to handle the haters. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like Like the moment your new video drop and that mug get 1 million views, and then you see that 1,000 dislikes. It's like, yo, this video like it got 1 million views. Like what? Got 1,000? Like and I'm not saying you won't be able to handle it because I believe that your mindset and the way you focus, the whole process of the Oreo project and what you dealt with at that time was preparing you for where God's gonna take you.
Yeah.
I'm a chill right now because I feel myself going into that church mode. We ain't been in the building in a minute, so I ain't got to talk to nobody like this.
No, man.
So yeah,
Dude.
but yeah, definitely, man.
Yeah, man. I
Yeah,
definitely
yeah.
appreciate those words, dog. I really do.
Oh, no doubt, man. You got a gift, man. What's the next joint you playing for us?
Let's see. I was actually trying to figure that out as the song was playing, but I think I'm gonna play the song the first. Well, it's technically the second song on the EP. Um, the first track is I call it a word on overcoming, and it's actually from my sister. And I asked her, I was
Yeah.
like, "Hey, sis, can you talk about a little bit about overcoming?" And like for those who have just joined, the last project that I released was the Victory Project, and it's all about that. But really, what I was trying to get at is looking at a mind of an overcomer. Really, not the point of being at the top, but really like the struggles it takes to get there. You know what I'm saying? And I felt like my sister would be a really good conduit for that message because she just graduated from medical school this past.
Also,
So she's down in Virginia. She's doing her doctor thing, but she will tell you firsthand. 8 years of school trying to become a doctor is not easy. There was times she was
bruh,
crying. There was times she wanted to quit, but she pushed through. She leaned on God, and now she's got the fruit of her labor. She's a doctor now, and
that's it.
it really applies to every part of any dream, any part of your life. Whether you're finishing school or you're trying to get somewhere, you really got to realize that there is all you really see, all people see is the finished product. They see you at the top of the hill, but you realize that there's a lot of work, there's a lot of sweat and a lot of tears to get to a certain point, and that's kind of where this project was birthed out of. And the first track that
Definitely.
I Will Overcome is the one I'm gonna share with y'all right now.
Perfect. Let's hear it.
Turn that up.
Right, right.
Hey, your boy Zill's back, and I'm back with a business. My whole demeanor done changed, like I'm down with an illness. But I'm pushing towards realness, and I'm in need of a cure. And I'm looking towards the one who got me standing here for it. Got no room for the games, nah, man, there's no vacancy. Had my storage filled, missing marks like high latency. God said, clean out my hard drive, and then he basically upgraded the system, and now your boy is a different beast. Still trying to find my peace. Still trying to find peace. It feels weird when different things they get a hold of me. I shake my fist at God, that's mighty bold of me. They're trying to blame the only one that keeps on keeping me. I know that life is hard, but my God is just so good, so I wouldn't even try me. Sometimes I wish you would, cause this weapon that he gave me is just here up on the shelf, and I haven't gotten to see yet how much damage can be done, how much damage I done felt. Makes me feel like it is useless. Got the wrong ammo inside, or I just don't know how to use it. Lately I've just been clueless, trying to do this on my own. But I learned that I gotta turn my eyes up to the throne. Starting it may be easy, coasting through can be fun, but you really see where your strength is when you're almost done. Moments before the finish, that's when you need endurance. How much can you run when it simply hurts to run? Lord, let me be done. I really wanna quit, but he brought me to this point, so I know this can't be it. My mind is running crazy, my thoughts are out of whack. But can I take this moment, take a moment to go back to the beginning, to the start of this whole thing. You chose me before I was burnt out. You said you never leave, that's why I always trust you. I know we're far from done. I put it in your hands, cause I know I'll overcome.
Alright, so that's over. I Will Overcome.
Yo, another joint. Like, I remember when I first listened to your project. Like, I like when all my fellow artists drop new projects. Depending on where I'm at the time. Like, I think I was home when your project dropped. I listened the very next day because I like to listen in the vehicle. Like when I work, I drive, so I like to listen to the tracks in the car.
Yeah.
And I remember I put on your album. I was like, yo, Like I heard your sister talk. It's like you got this crazy build up to being encouraged, and then the moment that track dropped, it was like yo, like yo, this dude just fired off like from top to bottom, man. Like I was like, yo, this dude just going ham. Like every track had bars on it. Like like I felt like it. The only critique I got is why is this not an album? Why did I not get a whole album? You know what I mean? Like you know
You
what
know,
I'm saying? I was like, yo, man. I'm like, when it was over, I said, I can't believe this is over. Like, yeah. So like, I was definitely, man. Yeah, you got a fan over here, man. Like when I first like heard you spitting at Kingdom Bound, I was like, this guy's nice.
yo,
It's like
man.
I'm gonna have to make sure I bring my A game today. Like,
And the feeling was mutual, dog. When I went on that stage and I heard everybody else who was there, I was like, let me bring my A game because who was it? It was
yeah,
Quavis, they had Darius, Lava the Freshman.
right.
Man, they had, I was like, whoa. And I was thinking, I'm like,
Listen.
why did Michael bring me here? I'm like,
Yo, I'm up there listen, I was up there like okay cool. I was like yeah, we got a couple of young cats up here. I was like man, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good.
yeah,
And
yeah.
then like gave to you and then little JK started spinning. I was like all
Oh,
right.
yeah,
I,
yep,
I'm like
JKA.
all right, y'all. I was like y'all doing way too much up here, man. I'm like I'm up here, man. I got on a yellow. I had on an orange T-shirt. I'm like everybody gonna remember me because I got this orange T-shirt on, man. I was like I don't wear orange, like, but it was a blessed time, man. And listen, man.
Yeah,
Yeah, I see your boy too say play all your tracks.
yeah,
Honestly,
that was funny. I
um,
was like, yeah.
yo, I'm not against it. I'm not against the idea. I'm actually trying to and I'm not. This is not no big reveal for anybody that's watching. This is just something I'm actually thinking about trying to do. Me and Lava actually were trying to figure out a way that we can start doing our own version of the verses. Because I don't know if you've seen me and Lava did verses where we faced off playing song for song battling.
All that.
And I think it'd be nice if we could find a good matchup for you, man, and y'all can do this, like just go live and play y'all music, man, because there's a lot of awesome Christian artists, Christian
Yeah.
rappers, and a lot of them, like I mean, we're all constantly finding platforms to get on. And then my fiance actually came up with the idea for this, so I heard you can spit. So now we're creating our own platforms for ourselves. You know what I mean? And I announced it before, but it's like we're still getting everything laid out. But once I finish 10 episodes of this is actually getting picked up by a network, and we're gonna turn this into a bigger show as well. So
That's awesome.
it's like the more and more we put into stuff, man, God just begins to elevate it, man. And like if me and Lava could figure out how to get this versus popping, we definitely gonna match you up with somebody where y'all can like be the over. Matter of fact, if I can get my boy KLS versus you.
Oh,
I
yeah?
think that'd be knocking all night, son, because he got his new project out called Transition. I
Okay.
think Transition versus the Overcomer project. I think y'all got about the same amount of songs. So yeah, I'm about to set that up, man, because people,
All
people
right.
need
Be
to
like, let
hear
me put that
people
down
need to
right
hear
now.
y'all. Oh, there you go.
You know I'm
Yo,
here
man,
for it. You know
listen.
I'm here for it.
Definitely, man. And yo, this track we about to do, man. A part of me want to spit my bars right now, but I'm gonna save them because I need to be fresh. I need them to be on
Yeah.
point. I need to have it memorized when I come in the booth because obviously after hearing your songs, I can't come in messing around with Zill. I got to be on point when I come in there.
Yo, I'm excited to hear I'm excited to hear it, honestly. Because I
Bruh,
mean,
this
like, I made the beat, right? And I immediately thought, I'm like, you know who would sound good on this? I'm talking to myself in the studio. I'm like, who would sound good on this? The Rock City Hero. That's when I hit you
man,
up.
come on, listen.
That's why
When you when you
I literally wrote the title of the beat after you. I was like, this is it. This is it. And
Man, when that joint came through, I sent it in the email. And again, I actually downloaded it while I was working. I started playing the junk. Like this, it's rare that this happens. So I normally don't share this process with people. But like if the beat is hitting the right way, I like in the middle of working, I would just pull the car over anywhere and just park. I don't care what neighborhood or anything. And
yeah.
as soon as the beat hit, I listened to it probably like 30 seconds. I started it over, cranked it all the way up, pulled over, and wrote the first 8 bars to my verse.
Oh, wow.
Like man, listen, I was flowing like, and then I looked up and realized like, never mind. Let's just know the area I was in. I had to get out of it.
But like the beat was like that, man. I really like. I can't wait to record this joint, son.
Man, I'm excited. And you know what's cool is like, you know how I make those videos of me like creating it. You obviously know
Yeah.
I made it for that song, and I tagged Jason, and Jason, he actually was like, he's like, yeah, this track is fire. I'm like, yo, now that was a huge compliment to me, because
Man,
I had grown up listening to Jason, you know,
right.
like City Lights, you know, Life on Life, like I had
Yeah.
grown up listening to him. So for him to put that comment on my post, say, yeah, say, yo, this track goes. I'm like, yo, this track,
Man, listen, man. Let's lay these verses down and leave a vacant verse on there and just send him the track.
yo, I might have to, honestly.
Just send it and see what he do with it. Just be like, yo, man, we left the third verse open for you. Just send it to him. We still edit it for us, just in case he don't get it done. But when he get it done, then release it as the remix.
The remix. I'm
Right?
with it.
Yeah,
I'm with it.
yeah.
You know I'm with
That's how we do it.
it.
Yeah, man. So tell everybody where they can find you on social media. Tell them all the places they can listen to your music. And yeah, again, if you're just joining the show, it's called So I Heard You Can Spit. If there's any rappers in here, drop the microphone. I'll bring you on the live as soon as we finish with the artist spotlight. If you want to spit something, if I don't see no microphones by the time he's done, telling everybody where they can find him, we playing one more Zero track and then we going home. So that's how we're gonna do it.
Okay.
But yeah, drop the microphones if you want to spit as soon as the artist spotlight is over. But in the meantime, tell them where they can find you at, Zil.
All right. Well, first of all, my Instagram is Call Me Zil. I see Sam is joined. Hi, Sam. And I saw a comment up there, and I just want to say thank you. That was really encouraging. I forgot who wrote that in there, but that's really awesome, and I really appreciate that. But yeah, Call Me Zil. That's instead of spaces, just underscore. You can find me on Instagram. I actually just started a TikTok. My TikTok is the same thing.
Come
So
on.
get me on that TikTok. Twitter is the same thing. Facebook, Zachary Vaughn. You can find me. Actually, I just got a website. I just started a website. It's called Made by Zil. I believe the link is in my Instagram bio, but it's madebyzil, ZIL.com. And that's where I keep all my stuff for everybody. I need to upload the shirts. I need to put the shirts on there. But if
Gotta put the shirts on there.
If anybody likes the shirts, let me model the shirt real quick. I got a model.
There you go. Do your thing. Do your thing.
You see on the front, I got the hashtag Overcomer, and then on the back,
There you go.
I got the logo. That's the
There
logo.
you go.
So I had to put that in there. If you want one of them shirts, you can just DM me with your size, and I can send that out to you. Shirts are $20.
That's what's up.
Put that in there. You know what I'm saying? But all my music is on all of the digital platforms: Spotify, Apple Music, iTunes, Amazon, YouTube, all that good stuff. You just search up Zil, ZIL, the Victory Project, and it will pop right up. So yeah, man, follow me, listen to me, stream it. Let me know what you think. I'm always down for some criticism. I was telling a friend that I almost like criticism. I like when somebody criticizes my music better than when they praise my music. Cause
Yeah.
I mean, like I appreciate the love. Like, don't get me wrong, I love all the love. But like when somebody listens to it and they're like, "Yo, that track was fire," like that. I love it. But like it doesn't make me better. You know what I'm saying? It's like, thank you.
Right.
I appreciate
Exactly.
love it, because that's my goal. Is I want you to love it. But like when somebody's like, oh, you can like make this mix better. Oh, you can do this better. You know what I'm saying? Hey, what's up, Rachel? That's my friend from high school. But
Oh, they in here. They in here for you.
yeah, I know. But like, if I could get like some constructive criticism, I don't like hate. People are like, oh, he sucks.
Yeah, yeah. There's a difference. There's a difference.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Like the differences. But like, what I'll do is I'll send. I miss you too. But I'll send my tracks to some of my friends, and like I'll be like, yo, what do you think? And then like if they send me back, it's like, oh, I like it. It's like I gotta send it to somebody else.
Like, that's it.
Like I need
That's
some.
it. Like,
So yeah, like if you stream something and you like it, tell me why you like it. If you don't like it, tell me why you don't like it. We can talk about it. Like I could take criticism. So I'm trying to get to a higher level. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
exactly. And I mean, honestly, that's that's what makes us better as artists. Like some constructive criticism. I mean, trust me. Obviously, the better we've gotten, we're able to differentiate the difference between hate and actual criticism. So it's like, I know when you just say, no, this ain't it. Like, nah, you saying that. Like, if you say it in a certain tone, have some backing information. Don't just say this ain't it. tell me why it's not it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, well, once you get that, then it's like, okay, cool. Now I know what adjustments to make. Like, I got about I want to say 17 songs in the vault that I played that I sent to my fiance, and she sent me back the upside down smile. I said, oh yeah, this ain't it. This ain't it. And then when I say, so what don't you like about it? She said, I don't know what I don't like about it. Here are your friends that I think you should send it to. They're gonna tell you the truth. And
Okay.
then I'm gonna be honest, if that upside down smile come, I don't send it to nobody else. I just be like, nah, this ain't it. but um,
It got
but
you.
yeah, like legit, man. Like I like criticism too because it helps us grow as artists. Helps us like when people tell us the areas that they know we're strong in. Obviously, it helps us like even grow in those areas as well. It's like, okay, yeah, I think this is the best part of what you do. So now you want to keep perfecting that, but at the same time, you want to perfect your craft as well. So, um, yeah, man, listen, ain't nobody drop no microphones in here. So I
I've
need
been
you to
looking
pick
at
one
that.
more.
You want me to
You
play
got to
one
pick
more?
one more. We got to get one more before we end the show, man. This so I heard you can spit, so they got to hear you spit. Either you got to freestyle for us, you got to play a song. It's up to you.
I don't have any bars ready for you, but is there a specific song that you wanted to hear off the
Uh,
project?
okay. So does it have to be off this project?
It doesn't have to
Is
be
that
off the
what?
project. It doesn't have
All
to
right,
be off this.
cool. Cause yeah. There's a certain song that I asked you about before. I actually got a little busy after you sent me a certain beat a while back for a
Uh-huh.
remix that we were gonna do.
Yeah.
But there was a song on your first project. Or I don't know if it was your first project. I know that there's a song, and I said, "Yo, this beat is crazy." And I want to say, was it was that called Victorious?
That Victorious is the one you tagged on the story.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. I think I'm gonna need that real
You
quick.
want Victorious? All right, so let me tell y'all about Victorious real quick because that
Yeah,
actually
tell us about it.
huh?
I said, tell us about it.
Yeah, that one led me to the Victory Project, honestly. But the Victorious is actually the second song that I've ever recorded, like ever. And it was crazy because I did it with my friend Miles McKinney. We've been friends since probably early middle school. And he came in, we did basement raps. Nobody know about basement raps. That's on SoundCloud. That's buried somewhere in my past. But
There you
I was
go.
like, yo, the next track we do, we were talking like, yo, the next track we do has gotta be fire. It's gotta be way better than this, right? So I came up with this beat. Him and his girl came down and I played him the beat. He's like, yo, this is crazy. So we came up with this track and we just had fun with it. The song was really just to have fun. Victorious. Let me pull that up for
Yeah,
y'all.
let me hear that. That's my joint.
He said that's my joy. Yeah, it's one of my favorite songs to perform, no lie.
It's a zigzag track.
So they go Victorious.
Philippians 4:13 says, I can do all things through Christ that strengthens me. That means with Christ, we win.
Yeah.
Stand in my face, you got something to say. This is not Sony, I ain't come to play. Not PK either, can't have it your way. Always on 10, so it's always my day. I might just hawk you, so stay in your lane. Who gonna stop us? No, you cannot stop us, so you should just go ahead and step on my face. I'm feeling victorious, this feeling is glorious. So yes, so you're stuck with the plague. Sooner or later, your man will get greater, and I might just reach the whole US a day. Go ahead and try to shoot us down with your can until I won't even fit in your frame. Watch how your boy get it in like MJ. I'm changing the game. Talk to him. My mom growing up, always said long, he is in Victor. It's a pretty cool thought, cuz I was born a winner. Now I rock with it though, even though I came up as a sinner. Now pass me the rock, down at the block, like I'm a sinner. Hey, I'm feeling victorious, feeling victorious. And nothing is more to us, I'm feeling victorious. And nobody's stopping us, and nobody's stopping us. I don't care how you feeling. I'm in it to win it. So feel up, I win and bring to the building. I am on top, so my flip is just chilling. My back with the feeling, like I'm for the killing. I got you from center, so I'm never finished. My life game is mean. Just call me the villain. No one can spare, not even the children. I am the bully, but I'm who you fear. This dude is strong, but this guy's is clear. Made it so big that haters is cheering. This is from usual. Yes, I'm your difference. So keep them talking and sit back and listen. Whoa. Yeah. Whoa. Yeah. Whoa. Yeah. Keep it going. Yeah, you know,
Let's turn up.
so cold, that spirit with my sneeze on. But the ones at the top, you know, you getting blocked, so I call the chase down like me going. They told me to stop, but I keep going. I done finished the race, but I keep going. I just sit back and laugh, cause the boys are source, but I'm running this race with my dreams on. Yeah, yeah. So it's over. It ain't over. Bring it back. And we got your head bobbing like a pig stuck in your head. With all the naps popping, we hotter than the fire. You got nothing to inquire. I'ma reach the whole world, and my goal is to inspire. If I believe it, then I achieve it. I will never accept defeat. Oh no, we got you with that stone face like you are smelling defeat. My strength it grows in numbers, so I do this every week. Okay, these rhymes are also cold to balance out the heat. If you hear me and you feel me, then you got what you need. But don't be greedy, cause I'm playing to see. Yeah. You looking like you know to come and see what I mean. As my brother, you're a prince because my father's the king. Okay. And I gotta get it done, but I do my thing. And I'ma upgrade it to Google cause it's starting from being. And I'm rocking them and socking them, better do what they popping them to. Such a aroma just to see what I mean.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, man.
Deep for me, man. I
Yo,
love it.
that last verse, that was the thing that solidified that as one of my favorites. You came on doing that. I got a song on my first project, POE. The intro song is called Victory.
Yeah.
And it's literally we had like I just found the footage from it like 2 days ago. It was like real old camera footage of my pastor introducing me at a Halloween celebration. I used the audio from her introducing me as a way of introducing the first track and called it Victory. And she's like talking throughout the hook.
Uh-huh.
And the verse from that song, when I heard you rapping on that, I was like, yo, I need this beat, son. I might re-record my whole song to this beat. So like that junk is crazy.
So we try to
Yeah.
get come up with a remix for the remix. Cause I
Hey
have a
man, we
remix
might
for
have
the
to
Victory project, so I got another remix.
we might have to remix the remix, man, because that joint, man, that joint fire, son. Like
I think
I like.
I don't see now just follow me on this real quick. If I took
All
that
right.
beat and we made a cipher out of it, you know, because there's so much talent out there. You know how like I see the Godflow show just joined. You know how they do
Godflow
cipher.
shows in the building,
Yeah, I
man.
see
That's
that. You
what's
see that
up.
right there? But you know how they
Yeah.
do cipher challenges, and I've seen like Anika Music Vibes did a challenge, and Five did a challenge. What if I did a victorious challenge, and then like had like a
Yo,
victorious cipher? Like, come on.
listen. Just let me hear it once you pick all the rappers, because I want to go last and I want to make sure I just kill it forever. I want to
So
make sure
I
it
gotta
can't
go
be no more
last.
remixes.
I gotta go
You gonna
last.
go last? You gonna go? Oh, so see, I don't think it's fair because see, if you go last, then it's gonna make me have to write harder. So like, nah, man, that track, like, I think it's a good idea, man.
Yeah, that
I
idea just
actually,
came to me right now. So I might
you
actually have
know,
to do that.
hey man, I think you should get to work on it.
Yeah. I mean, honestly,
Yo,
I don't know where my notepad is, but I'm gonna write that down. I'm gonna
hey,
work that out.
listen, I'm not gonna forget. I'm gonna inbox you when we get off.
For sure.
So the funny thing is with challenges, man. Like I've been trying, like um in my on my last project, the one called because I dropped two on the same day. It was one called Hero and one called In the Potter Scene.
Uh-huh.
It's funny because I was waiting to see if anybody caught it, but on there's a song on there where I literally present a challenge in the middle of the song. Like, but it's like one of the things that I never promoted. I just wanted to see if anybody did it. I'm thinking like based off my fan base, which is like, it's the age range is ridiculous. Like it's like some kids that love certain songs and then some adults that love certain songs. But right, I asked for 8 bars. Whoever got the best 8 bars will be on the remix. And the funny thing is, I feel like anybody that listened to that whole song, because my son is on it, he was only like 4 when I recorded him. I feel like mostly kids heard that song. They probably got crazy 8 bar schemes somewhere that I'm never gonna hear because they don't have social media.
Exactly.
But like the challenge thing is like fire. So I think that's a great idea to do.
Yeah.
And man, I'm sure, man, especially the way you burning it up on the Godflow show right now, man. I'm pretty sure you're gonna get some people from there that's gonna want to come over and get on this victory track.
Yeah, I would be. I'm hearing it now. I'm seeing it in my head. I'm seeing it. I got the vision. That might have to happen. That definitely
Oh,
gonna
you got
have
the
to happen.
vision. Hey man, definitely, man. Yeah, I think that just do it. Just let me know. Let me know if you definitely jump off with it, man. I'll even submit. I'll even submit like I wasn't here during the planning process.
Oh yeah, I have to be unbiased. Let me be unbiased.
That's what's up, man. Yo, I appreciate you for coming on here, man. This is the first time we did an artist spotlight. You set the stage, man. You set the bar pretty high, man. But definitely, it's gonna be something I try to do. Probably either every other show or something like that. But yeah, and then you was here when we kicked it off, man. You was the first rapper to ever spit on here. On So I Heard You Could Spit. So thank you for helping be one of the builders for this show, man. And listen, man, I pray that God continues to elevate you like He's already doing right in front of everybody's eyes right now. And yeah, man, anything else you want to say before I let you go?
Man, first of all, brother, I appreciate you having me. I appreciate being a part of this process. Like you said, the first episode you did, I remember my dad was up there. He's like, "Yo, can I get on?" I'm like, "Oh, Dad, you got some bars." Nah, man, it's really awesome. And like you mentioned earlier, I really like watching other people do something great, especially when it's for the kingdom. And I love seeing people release music, and I love seeing people try to do something, try to get their message out there. And man, I really appreciate you bringing me here, and it really is a testament to what other people have been saying, what my father has been saying, and it really keeps me motivated, knowing that there's people out there like you that believe in me, and I really appreciate that. But like for everybody else who's still watching, you can follow me on Instagram, follow me on TikTok, go stream my music. We can have a conversation, keep the conversation going. But yeah, that's really all I have. Thanks for having me.
Amen, amen, amen. Ladies and gentlemen, go follow my boy Zill, man. Thanks again, bro.
Yep, thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, this was our first ever artist spotlight right here on So I Heard You Can Spit. So stay tuned, man. We drop episodes. Well, we go live with our episodes every 2 weeks, every Sunday at 4 p.m. So listen, we're gonna keep this thing going, man. This is episode number 4, I believe we on, and I want to make sure that I keep it live. So if y'all know any artists that like to rap, y'all know anybody that likes to play instruments, y'all know any poets, y'all know any spoken word artists, anybody that has a gift, whether it be for the kingdom or for the world, just bring them on the show. I only have one rule, and that's keep it clean on So I Heard You Could Spit.